Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. During an interview this past Sunday with CNN's Dana Bash, JD Vance attempted to downplay his role in spreading misinformation when it comes to Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, eating cats and dogs by blaming it on the media. Those comments from Vance were reiterated by Trump during last week's presidential debate and has got everyone talking. And one of the most repeated quotes from that evening. As someone who identifies as Haitian, actress Garcelle Beauvais would speak out via ABC News to address the comments made by the Trump's running mate. Her caption on Instagram read, "I have been holding this in for a week, hoping, praying it would go away, but it hasn't. Anyone who knows me knows that I speak my mind. This madness has got to stop." The original comments made by JD Vance, in addition to a second assassination attempt on Trump that many don't believe, have led voters to believe the Republican Party is making several major mistakes this close to the election. Today we have our Comedy Hype analysts Marvin Hunter and Steve Brown on the show to talk all about it. But first, let's take a look at these clips.
This past week, the lies that have been spewed about the Haitian community, about my community, have been disgusting, deeply hurtful, and dangerous. Now, this is not about politics. It's about humanity. We must condemn this kind of hatred, this kind of racism for anyone. I have always been a proud Haitian immigrant, coming to America, working hard. That's what we do. Coming from gratitude. And I will not sit by and let people talk about my community in any way they want for their own gain. We're supposed to be uplifting each other, from our leaders to our neighbors. This has got to stop.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Now, I think everybody's reaction, was just in awe. I don't know. It was just crazy. But let me come to you, Marvin. When you saw this, what was your reaction to it? And then hear from.
Oh, like he off his rocker. He's off his rocker. He's rattled. I thought she got him. I said to myself, she got him, because if he's reaching back in his booty hole and pulling that out during the presidential debate with no proof, I see these people on TV say it. Come on, man. You're supposed to be the leader of the free world. You sound like an idiot.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve, I hear you laughing. What are your thoughts?
Listen, I don't understand why what he said is such a big deal. Who don't eat cat? I mean, I ate cat this morning. Cats,
you gotta add well-washed cat. You can't just say I'm eating cat.
Yes, so it's, but it was idiotic for him to say, but eat cat. Eat more cat. We'll be a more peaceful nation.
It's not the cat he was talking about.
Not at all. Cats and dogs, the pets of the people, Steve.
But Trump, you should have clarified.
You know what? I can't stand you. Anywho, yeah, I think too, and I think it's important for people to go look at the facts and where these stories are being pulled from, because we were talking about before the show. There was a lady, I think that was like 170 miles away, who ate a cat, and I think she was on drugs or something like that.
So she wasn't Haitian.
Right,
she wasn't Haitian.
She was a U.S. citizen.
They're pulling everything, throwing everything against the wall because they're scared. They're scared.
I think personally it's just a desperation move. All these are desperation moves. They have nothing else to fall back on. So they're
losing momentum. They think they're going to lose, and now there's the wink and the nod and the dog whistle too, because that's racist. The whole thing is reeks of racism. You're saying that the Haitians are doing this.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You're playing on people's fears. People love their pets. Let's just say somebody ate some pets. You're stupid for that.
Yeah. Now, JD Vance, his running mate, actually would go and have an interview to talk about this as well and where the information is coming from. So let's take a look at the clip.
You're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created.
I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
I want to go straight into reactions. I saw both of your faces, so I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna start with Marvin because I'm Stevie.
That's not fair.
Well, because Steve, I feel like you got something in your pocket that you're gonna end up pulling out, and Marvin, I'm gonna start with you. Marvin, I'm gonna start with you. What's your reaction to seeing that clip?
He sounds like a window licker. He really does. I mean, he says a window licker. He says he has 10 verifiable accounts, but he doesn't provide any of them. He just sticks to the story. You know that the lady who ate the cat was someone miles away, was on drugs. She wasn't Haitian. The dude who was carrying the geese, that was roadkill, and that was away from it. He wasn't Haitian. You're playing off people's racial emotions, their fears. That's all they're doing. You're admitting that you're making up stories to push a certain narrative. I don't understand how logical people can't see what's happening here.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is, you are supposed to be a leader, and you are knowing that you are putting out false information, and it's not even factual, and you're putting it out there.
Yeah.
So for people who are wanting to vote for this guy and Trump, either something is wrong, or you just don't want to see it. This guy's literally lying to you, and to let you know, he's letting us know that he lied, and nothing he says is factual, and you still talking about voting for him? That makes no sense to me.
And I think he was a public relations officer in the Marine Corps for a while. I would love to talk to someone who was stationed with him, because I bet you he was a clown. I bet you that.
Yeah, I found it funny how when he mentioned that he was like, he has 12 stories, 10 of them they could verify, but they still tell the other stories.
Yeah.
And that for me is just like, so that doesn't make
It's not verifiable.
Why would you still spread that story? Like these guys said, it was.
Because Trump likes the uneducated, and they'll just latch on to it and ride with it.
Well, and I definitely think that's had an impact, obviously, on the party and the way people are viewing how they're doing. But also, too, there was a second assassination attempt on Trump at a golf course, and a lot of people reacted to it. In same way with the first one, a lot of people don't feel that it's real. There's no real, I don't know, it just doesn't feel real. It just kind of feels like it comes and it goes. I'll start with you, Steve. What are your thoughts? Why do you think people are so disassociated from it, or they look at this big event as like this could possibly be staged?
Well, honestly, I'm still stuck on assassination attempt number 1, because it's gone away all of a sudden. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody, and honestly, I'm not sure. I'm gonna show my age a little bit, but when they had his assassination attempt, everybody and their mama talked about it for weeks, months. Every day
knew
in the
everything
news,
about the person.
They were investigating everything.
We knew his blood type, his mama, social security number, everything.
Yes. And now, he get grazed in the ear, so to speak. And now you don't hear much about the guy that made the assassination attempt. You don't hear about nothing. Yeah. So now all of a sudden,
and his ear is healed miraculously.
What
is he, an X-Man?
Now all of a sudden, you said the Secret Service people or whoever you had, they can see the guy in the bushes with the muzzle from the gun pointing out, but you couldn't see this guy climb up on the roof and lay down. And come on, it's just not adding up. So I don't believe it.
Yeah. Why do you think a lot of people feel that way? Like where they don't believe it?
Because the first assassination attempt was sketchy.
Yeah.
All of it was sketchy. You know. So.
Same question for you, Marvin. What are your thoughts when you saw this second assassination? And crazy enough, I hadn't heard a lot about it when it happened. Like it just wasn't on my feed a lot. What was your reaction to it? But also why do you think people are so disengaged?
It was ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, and I think that a lot of people don't care because Trump has painted himself to be this strong man, this antagonist, this bully, and people don't like him. They don't like him, and they don't care, and that's what it is. But he did that. He made himself out to be this big bad bully, villain type,
and people coming for him.
And people are coming for him.
Yeah,
he did that.
Yeah,
because I don't want to hear, well, the Democrats are painting him to be a certain way. Well, you can only work with what he gives them.
Yeah,
and when Nancy Pelosi's husband, the assassination attempt he was making jokes. Yeah. He thought it was funny.
He thought it was funny.
So don't come now saying can't nobody say nothing about him, because him and his son thought it was funny when the dude broke in Nancy Pelosi's house and tried to kill her husband. So.
And man, the assassination attempts the planned, to me, assassination attempts, it's just not believable. It's just crazy.
Something is weird.
It's weird.
Something is weird because if you find an AR-15, if a 5.56 or 223 round, if that hits the top of your ear, the top of that ear is gone.
Yeah.
I don't think he got hit. I think some shrapnel from something else got hit, popped him in the ear, and they just ran.
That's what they said
because
at
his
first.
ear is completely healed. There's no wound. There's no nothing. So
Yeah.
that's BS.
And as JD Vance said, they're going to create that story so it can get into the headlines and it can be what what people are talking about. And even when I think about like school shootings and like situations like this, I hear more about like school shootings and know more information about them.
You know everything about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything about it. And I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. If somebody, God forbid, push Joe Biden down, I will call that an assassination attempt because he's old. But all the Trump, you ain't got to do that. Somebody just jump on him. Just let somebody beat
Hopefully
you up.
nobody pushes Joe Biden.
Because he's going to break both hips.
Please don't push
and
Joe.
it's going to be bad.
Please don't
Yeah.
push Joe. Please.
He gonna do what?
Joe is brittle.
Let
Don't
Joe
push
go ahead and walk and just take his
Don't
time.
even let him walk no more.
Yeah, just carry.
You
Trying to carry Joe.
I
can't.
can't. You know what?
You
Y'all
can't do that. Though.
Hey, could you imagine though, somebody, Joe Biden, it was an attempt at assassination in his life. Somebody pushed him.
Somebody breathed on it too hard.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and
he
wrap
shattered.
this up.
Sorry, y'all.
He
Cause y'all
shattered.
acting up already.
He shattered it. Like when Thanos snapped, he turned into dust.
As always, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic.
Sorry, Joe.
Before we head out, Steve, I was gonna start with you, but now you got Marvin acting up. I don't even know, Steve, what you got coming up? And of course, you done rubbed off on Marvin today.
Me or him? Well,
You go.
You can find me, of course, on my Instagram, Comic Steve Brown, one word, and on my Facebook page, Comedian Steve Brown. Of course, we do the We Talk Like This podcast weekly. We're bringing it back, and we got a lot of exciting news about it coming up. And eat more cat.
See, not pets though.
Not pets.
I'm not eating anyway. Let me go to you, Marv. What do you have coming up? And of course, how can we follow you?
I will be at Uptown Comedy Corner this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Next week, I'll be in Baton Rouge at the Silly Rabbit Comedy Club. And then don't forget, October 19th, I have my hour special. I'm shooting my hour special in Birmingham, Alabama.
And tell them what else they got to do. Do what?
Don't you do
Well
it?
wash cat. I'll just say that.
I am not endorsing neither what they're saying.
Soak yourself.
You know what? As always, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic. But you heard from us. Now we want to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts about Trump being called out for faking a second assassination and spreading fake news on the Haitian immigrants? Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Did y'all enjoy that? We've got so much more for you at hypersclub.com. Our exclusive interviews and backstage content gives you the chance to feel a part of the club. So what are you waiting for? Come on and join.